If you have been trying to work towards a level of success, maybe start your own business or break through with your financial gain in some kind of way and having a really hard time doing so, I'm going to include a few tips here to take into consideration for maybe self-reflection and for working through some of these barriers that we have that are built deep within our subconscious. So in our subconscious, we have these programs that have been built in since early childhood, our formative years, or also can be from past life. Now, I'm not going to touch too much on past life. I try to keep it as much as I can focused on this lifetime. But if you believe in past lives, if you subscribe to that, which I do, I have a lot of experience working with that realm, if you will. There can be a vow of poverty that may come into play in this lifetime based on what your soul has experienced in the human form in previous lives. But I won't touch on that, but that could be a factor. So if you feel that that resonates with you, I highly suggest consulting with an Akashic reader or someone who can help guide you through some of these old past life programs that may be playing out in this life. But let's look at this lifetime and very common threads that can be playing into the factor of not being able to make money or stuck or feeling like you want to create money, you believe that you can create success, but there's something there within yourself or within your timeline that is preventing you from fully getting ahead. Now, if you have had a childhood where perhaps your parents perceived money in a way of lack or pressure or stress, or maybe they fought about money, this does play out in how we subconsciously view money and our ability to succeed. So definitely take a look back into your parents' habits or their emotions or any stresses that may have been caused around money in the family environment. That is one aspect, and that will offer a lot of clues as far as what could be playing out in a very subconscious way pertaining to a belief system around money. Now, we may feel that, yes, I can make money. I want to make money. I know I can make money. I can see myself in my future. But how do you really feel about money? Do you feel it's abundant or do you feel lack? Do you feel stressed about money? I have to pay my bills. I can't get ahead. What if I can't pay my bills next month? And caught in such stress and pressure around the financial strain of bills and debt and so on. This does create a very strong resistance and block to the flow of energy. So when we are in the flow of energy, we are able to also tap into our higher consciousness, therefore the law of attraction regarding creation, and tap into our abilities to create abundance, to be in the flow of creation, to be in the flow of manifestation, and to attract what we are sending out into the universe. So if we are in constant lack and fear and worried about finances and worried about not getting ahead, then we are sending those vibrations out into the universe. Everything is energy. And if our energy is in lack and resistance and fear, then that is where we're going to get stuck. And we're going to stop the flow of abundance. We're going to stop the flow of movement, right? So that is a very important factor. So you can see all of these get rich programs and offerings that are all over the internet. And sure, there may be a lot of successful people out there who have made a lot of money and been very successful, but they are on a different path. Some of what these programs offer can help, and I'm not discrediting what is available because they probably do help us or help people when they need that certain bit of information for them to boost their career. But if their underlying fundamental belief system is based on lack and fear and low worth and subconscious programming from childhood, those programs and those investments aren't going to make a difference because you have to go to the root cause first. You have to go to what is inside of me on a very subconscious level that is preventing me from getting ahead. And some of it is very conscious. Some of it we can be aware of, like I said, with how you may feel about money. If you're under a lot of stress, if you're under a lot of pressure, if there's a really strong focus of money, numbers, try to let go. That is a very conscious trait that we have within us that we can pinpoint, and we can actually self-regulate in a way of letting go, being aware, and moving into flow and moving into something more abundant rather than in the energy of resistance and fear. So if we're in that fear and that resistance energy, then again, we're going to get stuck and we're going to stop the flow of abundance and life and creation. And when I say creation, it's our ability to tap into creative solutions, to problem solve, to have the inspiration come to us as far as what we can do to evolve our career, or to maybe launch a new project, or to create content, or whatever the case may be. So the other one is our subconscious belief system that's buried deep within, and it's really difficult to reach this without some help. You can do the I am statements. You can go into the, writing things down, really connecting with your future self. That is one layer that can help. But again, it depends on where you are in your journey and what you've gone through and what may need to be addressed on a deeper level. The deeper subconscious belief systems will need help. You'll need assistance with it, because it comes from a very unreachable place. Now, for myself, I had major subconscious belief systems that were overriding my ability to succeed, my ability to speak in front of the camera, my ability to show up, my ability to come up with creative solutions. I was basically frozen in fear and resistance on a very subconscious level, And I had to go through this work and chip away at it. And this came from trauma, a lot of negativity and low worth energy that prevented me from speaking my voice, putting myself out there, going after my dreams, feeling that I truly deserve and I'm worthy of it, and I'm in my power and I'm in my self-worth. So there are so many different layers of what does it take for us to succeed. And depending on where you are in your career and what you're doing, you're going to have different requirements than other people. So I'm just sending some examples out there. If they resonate with you, great. If not, just try and take what I'm saying and apply it to your situation in a specific way. But if you've had a difficult childhood where there was a lack of support, this could be physically, psychologically, or emotionally. If there wasn't the support that you needed to feel that you can accomplish things, if there was a lack of emotional support, if there was a lack of love, if there was maybe abuse, if there was yelling, if there was fighting, if there was arguing, if there was substances, if there was psychological narcissism, if there was detachment, abandonment, all of those factors play into how we feel about ourselves and how we feel about our ability to create success. It also affects our ability to speak our truth, to put ourselves out there again, to sell ourselves, to hustle, to step out of our comfort zone, to fully believe in our core being that we can create success, that we are of value, and that we deserve the return on our investment, on what we're putting out there. So there are so many different degrees to this. And again, I'm just giving a very broad example of what this means and what it entails. But this is the deeper work. And this is the work that over time you can peel back the layers and understand what is holding me back at a very core fundamental level from really stepping into my power, from really believing in myself. And we have to feel it. We have to know that we are here and we are going to make it happen. If there's resistance in any kind of way, of maybe even feeling it in your stomach or in your heart, or heaviness on your body, or even finding distractions and maybe having a nap instead of working, just the body shuts down as a trigger. There are also aches and pains that will show up in our body. For example, hips, back, knees, feet are all about support and movement. And so sometimes when we test ourselves and go across the forbidden line, which is our line of comfortability on a subconscious level of where we can step across, of where we can venture towards. If we haven't crossed that line before, if we haven't pushed ourselves and challenged ourselves to maybe start a business or to do something new or to challenge our comfort zone, our comfort levels, then we're going to have our body's basically going to get triggered, and our subconscious is going to get triggered. Our subconscious is going to get triggered, therefore triggering the body. And so aches and pains will show up that will prevent us from moving forward physically. But this is all connected. And that's why it's really important to pay attention to the body, but also to really check in Where's the fear? Is there anger? Is there resentment? Is there worry? Is there stress? Is there pressure? So when all of those emotions kick in, they all send signals of resistance, and they are all coming from a subconscious belief system that is buried within. All right, so I will be uploading more content on this, but for now, what I can do as a recommendation is self-reflection. Because a lot of the subconscious work is very deep, the work that I do, that I offer with the Shadow Project, if you're interested in joining, please do look it up. I do target the subconscious. This is the work that I specialize in. And sometimes, yes, we do need, a lot of the times I say, I needed this help for myself as well. I wasn't able to address these deep layers within until I got the help I needed in this work to let them go and to start to rewire and reprogram my belief system towards positive change. And it took time. I feel that I am a little bit of the worst case scenario, truthfully. That's why I'm doing this work. And that's why I had to go through so many layers of this and so much understanding. But depending on where you are, everyone's going to have a different journey, of course. You can, as I mentioned, just develop a very strong awareness around where the resistance is coming up, if there are emotions coming to the surface, if you're finding yourself distracted, if you're finding yourself making excuses as well, that is resistance mechanism that gets kicked in by the subconscious. Then there's something there that needs to be worked on a deeper level. So face your truth. Be real with yourself. Are you making excuses? Is your body getting tired? Are there signals coming in from your body that is maybe even trying to communicate with regards to forward movement, like preventing you from moving forward in the physical realm? Also, again, the emotions, be aware if there is anything that sidetracks you where you can be distracted, that is a mechanism as well that will kick in. So try to break those habits and push through and just dedicate your attention to the work that needs to be done. Because regardless, there are going to be days where we are not going to be on. I know there are a lot of these schedules out there in the millionaire mindset content pieces on the internet that display a very unhealthy sometimes regime for production. And we're not all built like that. We're not all built the same way. So we can't push ourselves every single day. We need to find balance and flow. And we need to find enjoyment in life. And we can't put too much pressure and stress around making money and finances and performance. Otherwise, we will not be in flow with the rhythm of the universe. And I am learning this myself as well. So it is all about balance and enjoyment and fulfillment in all areas. And so try not to burn yourself out and put too much pressure on the finances, on performance. Every day, I have to work. Take days off. Listen to your body. Rest when you need to rest. If you have days where you feel like you can burn through the day easily, do it. That's great. Then you have the energy to work with. But some days are not going to be like that. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't be guilty. Get extra rest. Your body needs to recharge. Your brain needs to recharge as well. Our brain needs a lot of rest. Our brain uses a ton of energy throughout the day. So I hope this offered a little bit of guidance. I will be offering more content. Make sure to check out the Shadow Project as well. If you have any questions at all, please email me direct. I'm happy to offer more guidance or information about the Shadow Project. But I'm wishing you all the best with your manifestation and success and abundance journey. Until next time, we'll be seeing you very soon. Take care.